Good evening, dear students. So, today we will continue straight lines. So, last lecture, what we have done, the basics of coordinate geometry, correct? There we came to know centroid, orthocenter, circumcircle, circumradius, and coordinate systems. Now we will move to straight lines. See, straight line, it is a curve. Straight line is a curve. It looks like a straight line. It is a curve. Line joining between 2 points completely lies on that line. And that curve, line joining between 2 points completely lies on that curve. So that curve is known as straight line. Correct? General formula we write ax plus by plus c equals to 0. This is the equation of locus of a straight line. Correct here? Now, to further we will go in straight line, there are various forms. First we will have to understand the gradient or slope of a line. Slope of a line, see this is coordinate system, there is a line, the angle made by to this line L, theta in anti-clockwise sense, theta, this line L, and this is x-axis. So the angle made by anti-clockwise sense is known as angle of inclination, correct? Angle of inclination also we say. When you attach tan to this angle theta, this becomes slope of a line. Slope of a line, correct? Tan theta, that is very important. Tan angle of inclination to this theta, and it is always anti-clockwise with the x-axis. So slope always we calculate with the x-axis, anti-clockwise sense. So tan of this angle is become slope of a line. Correct here? Slope of a line, it is from 0 to 180. If you have taken 0 to 180. So this is a slope of a line where we took 0 to between 180 degree. Correct? And if we have 0 to 90, then it is an acute angle. When it is theta 0, when we take 0 to 90, theta is acute angle. And 0 to, when you take 0 degree theta, that becomes x-axis, or which is parallel to x-axis. There is no inclination. So that line becomes x-axis or parallel to x-axis with theta equals to 0 degree. Correct? A line which is, it cuts equally inclined with the axis, equally inclined to the axis, like this way, correct, or this way, then slope is 1 plus minus 1, because there is one come theta 45 and then it comes 135. So tan of 45 plus 1 and tan of 135 becomes minus 1. So the slope of a line which is the line equally inclined to the coordinate axis is plus minus 1. So this is basic that you have to remember about the slope of a line. Slope of a line we always measured from x-axis, always remember, from x-axis and anti-clockwise sense, and then it becomes a tan of that theta becomes the slope of a line. Correct there? Now we'll move to various forms of an equation of straight line. See, this is what we have written, general equation of a straight line. Now first is a straight line which is parallel to x-axis. See this straight line which came parallel to x-axis. In fact, y-axis, parallel to y-axis. So it passes somewhere, let's say x equals to a, this point a comma 0. So a line L1 or L is parallel to y-axis. So its equation is x equals to a. Fine. A line parallel to y-axis only and passes somewhere, let's say minus a comma 0. So its equation is x equals to minus a, or you can say x plus a equals to 0. Fine. A line which is parallel to x-axis. Fine. So suppose this line cuts this y-axis 0 comma b. So equation of this line is y equals to b. Suppose a line parallel to again x-axis and it passes through 0 comma minus b. So this is going to be y equals to minus b. Fine. So these are lines which is parallel to x-axis or y-axis. Fine. So in x-axis you have seen, which is when line parallel to x-axis, y equals to b or minus b, and it is parallel to y-axis, so x equals to plus a or x equals to minus a. Fine. So these are basic information about a line which is parallel to x-axis and y-axis. See, equation of x-axis is y equals to 0, and equation of y-axis, equation of y, because axis is also a line, so equation of y-axis is x equals to 0. So these are again a very basic information that you must to remember. Fine. See, there is a one basic question I am dealing with these basic information. So we will go one very basic question which came in NDA once. Look at this. See, we have one problem, and that problem students get confused if they don't have an idea of these information. Suppose we came to know the line parallel to x-axis, so y equals to plus minus b. A line parallel to y-axis is x equals to plus minus a. See, there is a question, the equation of a line which is at equal distance from the lines x equals to minus 2 and x equals to 4 is. Options we have, these are options. Correct? See, the equation of a line which is at equal distance from the lines x equals to 2 and x equals to 4. Fine. So let's say if you draw the graph of these two lines, this is axis, x equals to 2 somewhere here, x equals to 2 and x equals to 4 is here, these two lines, and equation of a line which is equal distance from the lines x equals to 2 and x equals to 4. So when it is equal distance from this, so what will happen? X equals to, here it is minus 2 written here, x equals to minus 2, so somewhere here it is x equals to minus 2. So these two lines which is parallel to y-axis, x equals to minus 2 and x equals to 4. So both the lines are parallel to y-axis. Fine. So the required line will be equidistant from these two lines, and it is parallel to y-axis. So distance from y-axis will be what? The distance from y-axis will be, it is minus 2 plus 4 by 2, and which is nothing but 1. Clear? So the equation of line will be x equals to 1. So this will be the correct option. I believe you understood this problem. See, the equation of line which is at equal distance from the line x equals to minus 2 and x equals to 4 is. Fine. So lines are both parallel to y-axis, x equals to 4 and x equals to minus 2. So just the required line, the equation which we are going to find, whose line which is equidistant from these two lines, it is equidistance, equal distance पे है, ठीक है? That means तो इसकी distance from y-axis क्या हो जाएगी? तो minus 2 plus 4 divided by 2, that is the distance from y-axis, correct? And which came 1, so x equals to 1 is the equation, correct? So this you have seen, this is what level of question in NDA they ask. These are very basic, correct? It can be possible y equals to minus 2, y equals to 4, and then you have to find the equation of line. So such type is very simple and basic. You must to know how to get the equation. Fine. Now we'll move to some more forms of an equation of a straight line. So right now we came to know that the lines which are parallel to x-axis and y-axis, Now we will go to slope intercept. Now the line in this axis making some slope. Let's say M it is slope and this is C on y intercept. Correct? This makes an intercept on y axis C. This is 0 comma C. So equation of a line will be y equals to mx plus c. This is known as slope intercept form. This c is y intercept. Correct? This is very important equation of line. Most of the places y equals to mx plus c. So while comparing this, we can calculate the slope of a line. Let's say 2x plus 3y equals to 5. Now we have to know the slope of this line. What we do? We convert into y equals to mx plus c form. So this is y, this is 5 by 3 minus 2 by 3 into x. So what is the slope here? Minus 2 by 3. Correct? So slope of this line is minus 2 by 3 while converting in the form of y equals to mx plus c. ठीक है? c क्या हमारा y intercept है. ठीक है? This c 0 comma c. So y equals to m क्या slope of line m dv होगी. अगर थीटा दी हुई है तो tan थीटा करके you can calculate m also. Clear? Suppose question है कि we have a find the equation of a straight line slope 1 by 2 है and making an intercept 5 on y axis. So c की वैल्यू 5 दी हुई है. लाइन है फाइंड द इक्वेशन ऑफ अ लाइन स्लोप 1 by 2. m दी हुई है 1 by 2. Correct? Slope is given 1 by 2 and making an intercept 5 on y axis. So this is c. Making intercept on y axis is 5. So equation becomes what? Y mx plus c. Correct? So this is nothing but this. So x minus 2y plus 10 equals to 0. This is the equation of a line when y-intercept and slope is given. So equation of a straight line we can get by this way. Or if it is straight line is given, you can calculate the slope of line also. Correct dear? Slope of that line also you can get. Fine. So next we have in the intercept form we have a point slope form. That is also very important to remember. Point slope form of a line. Look at this. So various forms of a straight line that all you have to remember. Next is point slope form. Point slope form of a line. Suppose a line passes through x1, y1 and having slope m. So equation is y minus y1 m into x minus x1. Correct? This is the equation of a straight line passing through a given point x1, y1 and having slope m. Because you know this, to get a slope of a line, if x1, y1 and x2, y2 is 2 points, so slope how will you get? Y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. The same concept we have used in this result. See, we have took x and y arbitrarily in a line to get a locus. So y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1 equals to m. So this is what? Point slope form of a straight line. Y minus y1 equals to m into x minus x1. Clear dear? I believe this is very basic. All of you aware of this forms. Next we will move to parametric form of a, or we go to 2-point form. 2-point form. 2-point form of a straight line. Correct? 2-point form. So a line passes through two given points x1, y1 and x2, y2. Fine. So in the same result what we will do, we will get the slope y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1 and we will substitute there. So this is y minus y1, y2 minus y1 x2 minus x1 and x minus x1. So this is going to be the 2-point form. See how you remember. Sometimes students get confused while remembering this formula. बुक में कुछ अलग ढंग से दी हुई होती है, इंटू करके दिया होता है, तो याद करने में दिक्कत होती है. तो बेस्ट तरीका क्या है, आप पॉइंट स्लोप फॉर्म जानते हैं, m वैल्यू निकाल लें. ये लाइन पास हो रही है x1 y1 x2 y2 से, तो इसका स्लोप निकाल लें और m के जगह ये स्लोप डाल लें, एंड एवरीथिंग विल बी सेम. सो नाउ y minus y1 equals to y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1 into x minus x1. So this is a 2-point form of a straight line. This is very useful form, correct? A lot of sums are based on this 2-point form. Fine, dear? Now we'll move to next equation of line, which is, I told you, the parametric form. See, in parametric form, this is what again important one. See, all the forms of equation of line is important, but in parametric form what happens, again the student get confused. Okay, when we have to use the parametric form of a straight line, even in any curve, down the line in coordinate geometry you will find, in any curve when we have to use parametric equation, fine. So here look at this, we have one point here x1 y1, and with some distance 5 we have to find the coordinate x2 y2. What is going to be x2 y2? So it's very difficult to get. This 5 is given and here some point 2 comma 3 it is written. So what is going to be the coordinate of this point? Correct? P and Q. And distance in PQ is given 5. This distance we call it as a R, and this is some angle theta. So to get the equation of parametric form of straight line, this is, let's say this is x1 y1 and this we kept it xy. Fine. So x is x1 plus r cos theta and y equals to y1 plus r sin theta. This is known as parametric equation of a straight line. x1 y1, this is the point, r is your this distance, and theta made by here, correct? So theta is mentioned in the question, so theta you substitute, you will get the parametric form of a equation of a line. ठीक है dear? So this way पैरामेट्रिक को आपको ध्यान से समझ के लेना है. r दी हुई होगी डिस्टेंस, x1 y1 कोऑर्डिनेट है, अब थीटा अगर मान लो यहाँ 45 डिग्री दी हुई है, 2 3 is x1 y1 is 2 3. So you will get x by this formula, 2 plus r is 5 cos 45, and y is y1 you have 3 plus r is 5, so you will get sin 45. So these two, in fact these are parametric coordinate also. So x equals to this and y equals to this is a parametric equation of this straight line, which is 5 unit far from this point. The point is this, so these are 2 points. So the equation of this line will be these two, correct? And these two are coordinate also. So this is what a parametric equation of a straight line, correct dear? Same situation you will come to know in circle, parabola, ellipse. Everywhere we have parametric equation. The advantage of parametric equation is what? That the distance r is mentioned and you can take anywhere this r. ठीक है? It depends upon the theta. ठीक है? चलिए next form पे आते हैं हम dear. Intercept form. Double intercept form you can say. Double intercept form of a straight line. Look at this. This is again useful result. A line making intercept a comma 0 here, 0 comma b. This is a and this is b. So equation of double intercept form is, this is x by a plus y by b equals to 1. A is x intercept, b is y intercept. So x by a plus y by b equals to 1 is known as double intercept form of a equation of a line. Correct there? Again in this, based on this, you have a lot of questions, correct? So that you have to, enough smart to get in based on these type of question. Double intercept form. Sometimes intercept they are looking, so you can get by double intercept form. Fine here. Chali, we'll move now in next form, which is known as normal form of a straight line. Normal form of a straight line. Look at this. Normal form of a straight line. Correct? See, this is a line L. Correct? From origin we draw a perpendicular to this line L, and this OP makes an angle alpha with the x-axis. Correct? This alpha angle made by x-axis in anti-clockwise sense, and this OP is perpendicular to this line L. So then equation of straight line in normal form is x cos alpha plus y sin alpha equals to P. This P is a distance, length of OP, which is always positive. Small p I have mentioned. So this is the length of OP. OP is from origin to, in this line we draw a perpendicular. So the length of OP is small p. So equation of a straight line in normal form is x cos alpha plus y sin alpha equals to P. And alpha is angle made by x-axis to this perpendicular line OP to that straight line, the required straight line. So ये इसकी equation चाहिए. O से P perpendicular है, उसकी length P दी हुई है, correct? And alpha is the angle anti-clockwise sense में. So x cos alpha plus y sin alpha equals to P is your normal form of a straight line. Correct dear? So I believe this form all of you have well versed. इस फॉर्म में थोड़े ट्रिग्नोमेट्री यूज़ करने होते हैं, तो वहाँ पे आप थोड़े स्मार्ट वर्क दिखाएंगे. यहाँ पे गलतियाँ होने की चांस होती है. इसमें पी अल्फ़ा कैलकुलेट करने एनडीए पूछती है, बड़ा बेसिक सा होता है वो, बट समटाइम्स स्टूडेंट दे डू मिस्टेक. सो टू अवॉइड you must have to remember this form, and when to how to this alpha and this angle we will calculate, that will come to know. Correct? Now we'll move to next is, these are various forms you have seen. Now we will go to angle between two straight lines. Correct? Angle between, these are various forms of straight line you have seen. Fine. Now we will move to angle between two lines. Angle between two straight lines. Fine. So these are two straight lines in axis having slope m1, having slope m2, L1, L2, two lines. Okay. This is some angle. Correct? And this angle we have to calculate, theta. So tan theta of this, tan theta is, when you have to talk about acute angle. Acute angle between two straight lines is tan theta m1 minus m2 upon 1 plus m1 into m2. See, if theta is this angle, so this angle is also angle. So when you attach this mod, when you open the mod, it will give you plus or minus. So plus angle will come for acute and the minus will go to the obtuse part. Correct? So that's why when we talk about acute, you must have to put the mod. Correct? Suppose angle came 45, so the another angle will be 135. So you can write 45 degree or 135 degree. Correct? So when they have asked only acute angle, so you have to write the acute angle part, and it is going to be a positive. So tan theta is positive in 0 to 90, and that is going to be an acute angle. So angle between two straight lines is m1 minus m2 mod में 1 plus m1 into m2. Correct? Now if two lines are parallel, again if say L1 and L2 are parallel, then what will happen? The theta becomes what? 0. Tan theta is 0, then what will happen? M1 equals to M2. So if slopes are equal of two lines, then between them there is 0 angle, 0 degree, or two lines are said to be parallel if the slopes are equal, correct? So L1 and L2 are parallel if and only if M1 equals to M2. Fine here. In the next situation, if M1 into M2 is minus 1, suppose this equals to, this came, this is 0 and 0 by M1 M2 minus 1 came, means infinity value came 90 degree. So if M1 into M2 equals to minus 1, then lines are perpendicular to each other. Perpendicular to each other. This is very, very important. Two lines are perpendicular, then their product of their slope is minus 1. Clear? Suppose this is one line L1 and this is L2. And this is perpendicular. L1 has slope, let's say 5 by 3. So what is going to be slope of L2? Minus 3 by 5. Flip it and multiply with minus. Correct? So this relation is very, very important in entire straight line. The product of slopes, if it comes minus 1, then it means that lines are perpendicular to each other. Correct there? One line is perpendicular to each other. Or you can go with this way also. There is a A1 upon A2 equals to B1 upon B2. Correct? अगर A1 B1 C1 A1x plus B1 y plus C1 equals to 0, A2x plus B2y plus C2 equals to 0, two straight lines. If this is there, then lines are parallel. Lines are parallel. A1 upon A2 equals to B1 upon B2. Then also we can say lines are parallel. Correct there? Understood till here? So when we have talk about angle area, so angle between two straight line with this formula, tan theta equals to M1 minus M2 upon 1 plus M1 M2. We'll keep mod to get acute angle. Then we have lines are parallel, the slopes are equal. If lines are perpendicular, then the product of the slope is M1 M2 equals to minus 1. Correct? Now, when we talk about here that, sir, you have written for parallel, what is going to be for perpendicular? So perpendicular is A1 B2 plus A2 B1 equals to 0. Correct? A1 B2, sorry, A1 A2, sorry, A1 A2 plus B1 B2, if it comes 0, then lines are also perpendicular. Or you have this both the way. So when it is this, lines are perpendicular. And when these ratio are equal, lines are parallel. या तो आप स्लोप निकाल लो या फिर A1 A2 B1 B2 को कंपेयर कर लो, उनके रेशियो इक्वल हैं, then it is going to be parallel. Or if it is A1 A2 plus B1 B2 is 0, then lines are perpendicular. Correct here? So you have seen this angle between two straight lines. Now we will discuss equation of a line parallel to a given line. Correct? An equation of a line perpendicular to a given line. So equation of a line parallel to a given line. See, equation of a line parallel to a given line. So we have direct result we can write. Equation of a line parallel to given line. So A1x plus B1y plus C1 equals to 0, 1 line. Suppose we have to write an equation of a line parallel to this given line. So what we will do? We will only change the constant part. We will take lambda equals to 0. Correct? So a line which is this and parallel to this is this line. Only the change of lambda. And lambda we can calculate further with the given condition. So a line ax plus a1x plus b1y plus c1 equals to 0. So if it is parallel to this line, so the equation of that line will be a1x plus b1y plus lambda equals to 0, where lambda is a constant. Correct there? तो एक लाइन के पैरेलल अगर दूसरा लाइन आपको लिखना है तो क्या चेंज करना है? ओनली यू हैव टू चेंज द कांस्टेंट वन. सो c1 की जगह लैम्डा वी विल पुट. करेक्ट? सो नेक्स्ट वीडियो में वी विल गो टू सम मोर definitions.